Hello, everybody. So, we're going to be continuing on my Orlando City build here, Global Rescue.
The witness statements were recorded.
So, if y'all are catching this stream,
Police
I
Patrol Car
talked
3 has
about
arrived at additional tasks.
how to build and all that stuff in my first video with this game. So, if you want to check that one out, you can. Gives you a little bit more of an in-depth
The damage
walkthrough
was
of how to
documented.
do the setup and what to look
A
for and all
large
that stuff.
quantity of illegal products was found, but no one in charge could be located. The flea market is being dispersed.
Sorry, I'm trying to think. Right.
We've received a call about a child selling lemon.
Dang, lemonade stands. Could buy another unit, but cost 10,000. Hire a few dollars off of that. Good. Because this is going to. Officers.
Police Patrol Car 1 has arrived at Lemonade Stand and is awaiting instructions.
Send them. Dressed.
Attention, exceptionally high crime rate. A particularly high number of crimes are currently being committed.
Oh, did I get the wrong one? It pops not.
An adult is shouting at the child. De-escalate the situation.
That's who I need.
The security service has reported a burglary alarm. The perpetrators may still be in the building. Location, Winfrey Drive.
You are currently receiving more emergency calls than you and your team can handle. Now you need to prioritize wisely and, ideally, increase your staff and vehicle fleet as soon as possible.
situation has escalated, and the adult has become violent, destroying the lemonade stand and threatening to harm the child.
That escalated quickly.
The flea market was dispersed. A burglary was reported at a residential building. The perpetrators gained entry through the patio door. Evidence must be secured and a report filed. Location, Lawnview Drive. It is a false alarm. The violent adult had been arrested. A person has reported that their bicycle has been stolen. Evidence must be secured. Location, Fairfax
That bicycle
Street.
thief.
The child does possess a permit to sell goods. Choose what should be done.
Arrest that child. I'll just buy some lemonade
The
from him.
perpetrator was found based on the evidence and must be arrested. The witnesses must be questioned. The forensic team has arrived and is beginning to collect the evidence at the scene. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The report has been filed. Glove print traces and textile fibers were found and secured. The witness statements were recorded.
You're doing a really good job, and I'd be delighted if you would also take over the management of the fire department. If you're ready,
Hold off on the fire department. This car wash.
A physical altercation between several persons was reported. Location, Semorin Boulevard. A person's smartphone was snatched from their hand and stolen. The thief must be caught quickly. Location, Tribune Drive.
You currently have several emergency calls in the queue. If this happens regularly, it is advisable to provide more desks as needed.
A dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Barnsley Drive. A dispute has broken out in a restaurant. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Checkers. The brawl was successfully brought to an end.
Checkers.
The perpetrator has escaped and can no longer be found. A prominent lawyer in a double homicide case is receiving death threats from the defendant. It has now been reported that the defendant is present at the lawyer's house. Send officers to check the situation. Location, Chickadee Avenue. Concerned parents report that their son has run away. Dispatch officers to gather information about the teenager, including a possible location and known relationships. Location, Conway Oaks Court. A couple is found in the apartment. The argument threatens to escalate. There's a loud dispute in the restaurant regarding the bill. Settle the dispute before it escalates.
Stop being jerks.
The two were separated and calmed down. The bartender is said to have charged for more drinks than were consumed. The parties involved come to an agreement on the spot. A neighborhood dispute threatens to escalate. Location, Sunderland Drive. The traffic lights at an intersection have failed. Traffic must be directed manually. Location, Semorin Boulevard. The witness statements were recorded. The dispute was successfully de-escalated. Several vehicles have been reported for illegal street racing. Location, Semorin Boulevard.
But yeah, this game's pretty fun. I enjoy it. It challenges your multitasking and prioritizing and all that stuff. The first city I did, I went straight to getting the fire and the EMS whenever it does unlock for you, but focus on right now.
Question the witnesses who observed the illegal street racing. The drivers weren't located in time, but witnesses of the illegal street racing have been interviewed.
Now,
Attention, festival. Many people in a confined space could attract pickpockets. A caller reports a scooter without a license plate. Location, Phillips Oaks Lane. A burglary has been reported in a residential building. The suspected perpetrator is still in the area around the building. Location, Sunderland Drive. Several residents witnessed the incident and should be interviewed. A pickpocketing incident has been reported. The thief must be caught quickly. Location, Winfrey Drive.
arrested. Get that perpetrator.
The scooter was found with the rider still on it. The license plate is missing. A police report is being filed. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The perpetrator has escaped and can no longer be found. A physical altercation between several persons was reported. Location, Dixie Belle Drive. The witness statements were recorded. A dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be resolved. Location, Dollar Tree. A dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Gulfstream Bay Court. No action was taken in time, but the situation has calmed down. A silent alarm was triggered in a shop. Location, Metro by T-Mobile.
Got this.
A customer is demanding the marked price, but the salesperson insists on the higher amount shown at the register. The emergency services on site discovered a broken window. The parties involved cannot reach an agreement. The product remains in the store. A couple is found in the apartment.
Hold
The
up.
argument threatens to escalate. The perpetrator is still in the building. The two were separated and calmed down. The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
Guys, some rest shortly.
A drone has been reported. We need to verify that all regulations are being followed. Location, Malcross Drive, Hollibury Drive. A theft occurred at a store. The thief did not present any identification. The thief's identity must be verified on site. Location, Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
A passerby has reported a vehicle without a license plate. Location, Bunting Avenue. The drone operator was located and verified. All necessary documentation was provided.
That vehicle back to base.
The perpetrator had hidden his ID in his jacket. He is wanted on an arrest warrant and must be taken to jail. A caller reported a vehicle that had repeatedly crossed the middle line. The caller is still at the scene and can identify the driver. Location, racetrack. Officers have located the vehicle without a license plate. The driver is attempting to flee. The hit and run was successfully prevented. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The smell of alcohol was detected on the driver's breath. A breathalyzer test must be administered. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The witnesses must now be interviewed. A blood alcohol level of 1.2 was recorded. The driver must be arrested. The witness statements were recorded. Attention, festival. Many people in a confined space could attract pickpockets. A caller has reported a noise disturbance. The situation must be assessed on site and de-escalated if necessary. Location, Bunting Avenue. A person's smartphone was snatched from their hand and stolen. The thief must be caught quickly. Location, Indian Gap Drive. A dispute has broken out in a parking lot. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Fairfax Street. The cause of the noise was identified and appropriate measures were taken. The witness statements were recorded. The perpetrator has escaped and can no longer be found.
Actually, who? Yeah, if you already put in parking spot, it already puts in. But the plants help out with like happiness, basically. Trash can. Yeah. Break room hat. All table. Oh. That. TV as well. Still right there. That's gonna trash cans. Break room. Turn. Toilets. All right. Looking pretty good. Oh. One more. Police this time.
Police Patrol Car 2 has arrived at dispute in a parking lot and is awaiting instructions.
Back to this. That.
At the scene, someone had parked in a way that blocked another driver. This led to a dispute. The dispute was resolved and the obstructing vehicle has driven away.
So you can also okay. Not read that. Trash can in the trash cans in the Guess trash can can't be blocking the door.
A 3-year-old is reported missing after a front door was left open. Gather information from the parents to determine the next step. Location, Camber Lane Drive. A prominent lawyer in a double homicide case is receiving death threats from the defendant. It has now been reported that the defendant is present at the lawyer's house. Send officers to check the situation. Location, Brown Bark Drive. A person has reported that their bicycle has been stolen. Evidence must be secured. Location, Fairfax Street. Callers report a danger zone. Get an overview of the situation at the scene. Location, Semorin Boulevard. The parents are not certain that the child left the house. Choose where you'd like to start the search. Witnesses claim to have seen the perpetrator on the property. Locate him and make the arrest. The missing toddler was successfully located in their own home and no further assistance is required.
Right.
A vehicle has broken down in the middle of the road and must be removed from the roadway. The perpetrator has equipped a large knife. Additional units may be required to disarm him. The danger zone has been secured. A caller reports a scooter without a license plate. Location Lanai Drive. The perpetrator was found based on the evidence and must be arrested. The witnesses must be questioned. The witness statements were recorded. The perpetrator was disarmed. Make the arrest. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The witness statements were recorded. The driver escaped on the scooter. We've received an emergency call from the library claiming that a man is randomly pulling books off the shelves. Location, Southeast Branch.
Person really wants to in the book that he's looking for.
A grenade has been found. The report needs to be verified. The perpetrator has been located. He appears to be heavily intoxicated and must be arrested. The grenade is a dummy. No further action is required. Question the witnesses who observed the crime. Record the damage. The witness statements were recorded. The damage was documented.
Yeah, so you get money up pretty quickly because I'm at 97,000 now. But like this police station can only have 5 vehicles, 5 of 5. So I don't know if you expand or whether if it's the names of the cars. OPD 1. Don't forget you got to do the check mark.
Attention, festival. Many people in a confined space
2.
could attract pickpockets.
Got that.
OPD-3 has arrived at additional task and is awaiting instructions.
Yeah, it's cool too because whatever
A burglary has been reported in a residential
whatever name you
building.
put,
The suspected
the
perpetrator is still in the area around
control
the
center
building.
actually says
Location,
whatever it
Holbury
is.
Drive. Several residents witnessed the incident and should be interviewed. A pickpocketing incident has been reported. The thief must be caught quickly. Location, Sunderland Drive. A group of youths is harassing other people on the street. Conduct identity checks and question civilians. Location, Headley Drive. The witness statements were recorded. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. A caller has reported a noise disturbance. The situation must be assessed on site and de-escalated if necessary. Location: Abercorn Drive.
I get it to where one unit would take both of those.
A person's smartphone was snatched from their hand and stolen. The thief must be caught quickly. Location: Arrow Road. Callers report shouting and banging noises in the area. Several members of the group escape control and run away. Apprehend them and contact their parents. The cause of the noise was identified and appropriate measures were taken. The witness statements were recorded. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The young people who had run away were successfully apprehended and their parents were informed. A person is listening to music through headphones, singing loudly and beating a drum. The person acknowledged the request and packed up their belongings.
In it. That they would just go to bed instead of guy. I mean,
A dispute has broken out in a parking lot. The situation needs to be investigated. Location: Fairfax Street.
all right. Well, I think that is going to cover that for the stream.
A
I
3-year-old is reported
will
missing after a
probably
front door was left
unlock
open.
the firehouse
Gather information
next.
from the parents to determine the next step. Location:
Go
Longview
from
Drive.
there. Y'all coming in and checking out the game. I do recommend it. It's also currently on sale right now, $19.99. Time to get to it. All right. Well, I hope that hope y'all enjoyed, and y'all take it easy.